we struggled quite a lot. I struggled with confidence because obviously I haven't really been back here since I had that off last year. Obviously I did the weekend, but I haven't been back since, so it's just building the confidence back up and having confidence in myself of getting back to where I feel comfortable and I feel like I'm pushing the limits. So yeah, I struggled on that side. We had a bit of issue with the bike overheating. Catch tank were filling up with water and bubbling over, so swapped radiator cap for that, and it cured all problems, and we've not overheated since. So bike side feels pretty good. We've changed rear linkage over, put an heavier spring in, everything feels like it should now. Got a lot more feeling in rear tyre now, so feel like I can push on. So that was yesterday. Today did qualifying this morning, ended up 7th. Went about 3 laps for it to start off with, and I were up to 3rd, I think, and then a couple of other guys put some better times in, but feel like there's time there.
All eyes to the lights, clutches in, and away we go. And heading towards Redgate there, is that a pretty much equal start from the front row there? I believe that could well be the 2-on-2 of Matt Pallett, who has taken the initial advantage there. Matt Pallett swoops into Redgate there with the lead. Everybody else following suit, all through safely. Or a few riders going a little bit wide there. No apex is hurt for a few riders, but they're all through, and that is the main thing. But watching them now drop down through Hollywood on this opening lap, through Craner curves, 2 wide, all the way further down the order there. Everybody through once again, but the old hairpin is...
Catching him back up.
It was alright, to be fair. First 7 or so laps was absolutely mega. I got a decent start off the line, it was pretty good, but got squeezed to the edge of the grass, which were a little bit touchy, so I backed off because I'd have been on grass. Dropped back down to knife going down Craner, and just sort of got into a decent rhythm. Got back past a couple of people, back to 7th for about 4 laps, and then sort of just like dropped off. Just had a bit of brake issues and stuff like that. But yeah, we've changed it up for tomorrow, and we'll see how we get on.
So if you're in that blessing kit, you're racing along there, you're in a good balance, when you start getting some spots of rain on your visor, that's you realise it's not what you do when you're racing.
So Ebba is coming down into Goddard's once again. I don't know if he's going to see some back markers, though. I don't think.
Looks like Luke McCrae had a bit of a mistake there.
And once the lights will be the cry, the lights go to red. Out they go, and away we are off and Racing, and pole position away very sharply indeed. That's a great start. Who was on pole with this one, mate?
That was Henry Ross, the man who was second place yesterday.
On the blue bike,
So as we said yesterday, Matt Pallett was the race winner ahead of Henry Ross and Zach Weston, who picked up the pieces from Joey Lambden and Dale Thomas's slight altercation down there at the Melbourne Loop on the final lap. But it was Henry Ross, as you said there, Keith, on that blue Yamaha, number 141, who does lead the way as we go down Craner Curves. But there was a notice coming out of Coppice there as Dale Thomas closes right onto the rear wheel of Zach Weston. Out of Coppice, there seemed to be a distinct gap between 4th and 5th, but Sam Hirst is looking to close that gap, and he's bringing Joey Lambden with him.
Yeah, Sam Hirst wasn't in the mix yesterday, but the youngsters seem to have found something. Some massive setup changes of the team. Valley 91, very enthusiastic team. Always good to see those guys and girls in the paddock and cheering on Sam Hirst and Sam youngster again. We forget how inexperienced in relative terms these guys are with the big bikes as well, of course. Sam, this is his first year as a overall MRO 600 runner as well. Done well on the club and finished on the podium in the previous years, and he'll be looking to do the same this year. But it's a long old season ahead, and as we said before, we're only halfway into it. Sam Hirst gets 4th from Lambden Tustin.
Finally. Windy out there. Grip. So grip. Just holding on for dear life.
Were you?
Yeah. You're getting so many slappers.
Awesome.
Hi. So from the University of Bemsee, we would like to offer our sincere condolences to his parents, Mickey and Emma, and also his loving sister Sam.
Field, but it is Pallett from Tustin, and then Henry Ross, Dale Thomas, a bit of a gap back to Sam Hirst it was, sorry, Sam Hirst, bike number 91, who has Elijah Everton right there with him, and Zach Weston in 7th ahead of Joey Lambden, Gareth Cunningham, and I think that's the 35 of Kai Dickinson rounding out the top 10.
Interestingly, in sector 2, the fastest man on the track is Thomas. I thought he might be because he really wants to get in the mix here as Pallett leads Tustin, Ross, Thomas, Hirst, Everton, Weston, Lambden.
Got a fairly decent start and just kept on like plucking away, trying to catch people in front. Felt decent going down Craner into Old Airpin, felt fairly good. Where I was lacking in the first sort of sector yesterday, found a bit of time there in the first race this morning. Got up to 4th, and then a couple of people tried battling out with me for the 4th spot, but managed on and got 4th overall this morning, which great result. Yeah, happy with that. Back to where we should be. So yeah. started off pretty well, got it to 4th, but I realised in first sort of couple of laps that I was just possibly trying a bit too hard and trying to stick with everyone in front of me, and I could just see the gap opening up, which just fried me head, and I carried on making mistakes. But these things happen, and we'll be ready for round 5 at Cadwell Park. See you. Can you see?
Yeah.
All right.
Go.
Ask me a question then. Yesterday was good. It were. Never mind. Start again.
When was race 2?
Race 1 or race 2?